We're here to define what a man is, right?
Responsibility creates struggle, struggle creates strength, and strength creates structure.
How many people care about what people think about them? Be honest.
As a man, you got to be able to protect not just yourself, but your family.
When we talk about being a man, it's your behaviors.
But I don't say any of this to brag. I don't say any of this to gloat my life up or I'm better than anybody.
I start crying. I'm like, why am I crying? And so what I realized was,
you put yourself in a target-rich environment. You are the only woman that paid for a ticket to come to this event.
if you're trying to teach your daughter to be around a certain man and you're not that man yourself, she gonna choose you.
Hey, let me not touch this nigga. He too clean. Where is that on you?
It's not on me.
It's not on you. The only reason why it's not on you is because you didn't choose it.
Find the women who can actually help you build. And here's some deep game for you. You don't have to have sex with all of them.
Since 2016, I've been following Lucario and Miles. Y'all changed my life. Followed by Uncle Ram. So ever since then, I've been getting a little bit of too much ass at times.
As you know, as a man, there's a balance to it. Your purpose and pussy. And the heavier your purpose.
Even if you lose the relationship, you don't lose yourself. And that's the most important part.
Click the link below and get your tickets to the Game Kings 2, The Definition of a Man seminar in Las Vegas, Nevada, Labor Day weekend, September 3rd, featuring Boss Mac Topsoil, Steve the Dean Williams, Mr. 1950, Afi Kingdom, King Dre, and hosted by Miles Cunningham and yours truly, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. So make sure you click the link below to get your tickets today. Still ain't getting women? Really? Come on, son. You need to go to badboymembership.com and step up your game. What's up, y'all? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game, and I'm telling you that if you really want to attract beautiful women, you need to go to badboymembership.com. This is where you get 45 through 90-minute step-by-step dating advice tutorials every month. Just sign up, follow the advice, and you'll get the woman you want. Go to badboymembership.com. That's badboymembership.com. It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game, and I want to tell you about my documentary, Game Kings, The Definition of Game, starring myself, the Boss Mac Topsoil, Rosebud, Ron Wills, Miles Cunningham, and much more. In this documentary, you're going to learn about confidence, manhood, attracting women, and the definition of the game. To get this documentary, go to MrLocario.com.
Some people think you need a sports car to get what you want. Some people think you need $1 million. Some people think you need looks, status. The only thing you need is what they can't get unless they come straight to you. And that's your identity. Join the Masculine Identity membership today. MasculineIdentityMembership.com. Masculine Identity Soap. This luxurious, quality, high lather, high moisturizing, all natural bar soap has been handcrafted with care and consistency to provide a quality cleansing experience for self-care, focus, and productivity. Specially formulated for cold showers. Stay clean, gentlemen. Masculine Identity Soap.
We here, what's poppin'?
popping? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the motherfucking dating game. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to everybody in the building. Shout out to everyone. Hold on, let me put up this this little banner joint real quick that I got to put up here so that it could get scrolling at the bottom of the joint. You feel what I'm saying? Hold on, I pressed the wrong shit, but we gotta get it cracking. But shout out to everybody in the chat, man, who we got up in here. Shout out to my lady April MC, first of all. You feel what I'm saying? Shout out to my lady April MC in the building. Shout out to Monogamous Player. Shout out to AT. Shout out to Unique 79 in the motherfucking building. Shout out to Studio Horror Music, AJ Lindo. Shout out to my dude, Joe Blast in the motherfucking building. What's going on? What's going on? Shout out to Fat John, was popping with you. Shout out to CT, who also got up in here. Kenny Powers, Zacharis, was going on. J Bone. Shout out to you. Who else we got up in here? Jamel was popping. Mario was good. Real King. Cassius, what's good? What's good? So shout out to everybody up in here, up in the place. So today's topic, we're talking about the dangers of dating a woman on her terms. Okay. And, you know, a lot of guys actually do this bullshit. You understand? They date women on the woman's terms and it fucks everything up. They have terrible dating lives, terrible dating experiences. And I'm going to break this down, and I'm going to break down why you should never date a woman on her terms, why it always needs to be on your terms. And I'm going to be talking about the dangers of actually doing this shit, because a lot of people don't really know or understand this. They don't really recognize what goes on when it comes to this type of situation where you're out here dating, but you're doing things based on what the woman wants to do. And what you have to understand is this, right? Most guys date women on the woman's terms, okay? Most guys date women on the woman's terms. So what does it mean, first of all, to date a woman on her terms? Basically, what that means is that you're dating a woman and she's leading you. You're dating a woman and you are playing by her rules. You're dating a woman and you're doing things the way that she wants to do it instead of the way that you want to do it, right? And most guys do this because most guys are trying to get some ass. And so therefore they think if I do what she says, or if I sort of like go with the flow, then I can get some pussy. And this is the thing, this is the funny part. A lot of times guys actually get pussy that way, right? See, you have certain guys who will get with a lot of chicks, or let's say you see a guy with a baddie, you see a guy, hooking up with a girl here and there. A lot of times that happens because the guy is dating the woman on her terms, right? So he didn't get her because she was following his lead. He got her because he was following her lead. You understand? He was following her lead, and that's why he got her. So he's one of these, I'll get pussy by any means necessary type of dudes. You understand? So you have dudes out there who will try to get ass just based on the fact of like, hey, I'll do whatever she says to make it happen. So an example of a guy following a woman on her terms would be, let's say, for example, a guy matches with a girl on a dating app and he says, hey, let's go get some drinks. She says, I don't drink, but we can go get dinner. And then he says, okay. So he's dating this woman on her terms because his terms was to get drinks, her terms was to get dinner, and then he followed her lead. So now he's dating her on her terms, right? Understand that when you're dating a woman on her terms, that means that she don't really like you like that. I'm gonna say it again. If you're dating a woman on her terms, that means she does not like you like that. You understand? Meaning she doesn't really like you. Because if she really liked you, she would just do what the fuck you said. You understand? When a woman is kind of like iffy about you, when she kind of has that medium to low interest, right? She's going to sort of ignore what you're saying, put her input in, and then see if you're just going to follow her lead. And as soon as you're following her lead, or I should back it up, as soon as she realizes that you are willing to follow the lead by even entertaining what she's saying, and then you actually follow through and follow her lead, she knows that you ain't shit. You understand what I'm saying? She knows that you ain't shit. She knows that she don't got to respect you anymore. She knows that she's not attracted to you anymore. So it's a fucking wrap. Well, this is the thing. She wasn't that attracted to you in the first place, but now she's really not attracted to you because you followed her lead. You understand? So the dangers of dating her on her terms is that when you as soon as you are doing this, you're fucking up the whole situation. The relationship's over. You understand what I'm saying? You might as well like just wipe your hands of the shit and keep it pushing. Now, again, you could get some ass, you could make shit happen, but if you actually like this girl and want something longer term, it ain't gonna work out. Or even if you want, like, let's say more situations where you want to hook up with her a little more, a lot of times she'll fall off because you are listening to what she's saying and you're submitting to her. You understand? You're submitting to her. So what happens is that when you guys are dealing with women, right? The woman should be submitting to you. See, when you break down the word submission, I talked about this before. Sub meaning under and mission. So under a mission. So when it comes to an interaction between you and another woman, right? Between you and a woman, somebody's going to be leading. Somebody's going to be leading. So it's either going to be her or you. So if she's leading, you are submitting to her. You are under her mission. If you're leading, then she's under your mission, which means she's submitting to you. So when you say, hey, let's go get a drink, and she says, cool, sounds good, and you actually go get that drink, that means she's submitting to you. If you say, let's go get a drink, and she's like, oh no, can we go get dinner and let's do dinner and let's do this other thing, and you're like, okay, and then you do it, you're submitting to her. You understand? So that's the thing. And guys, if you have any questions, put a Q in the chat. If you want to call in, the call-in number 646-481-3901, 646-481-3901 is the number. So AJ Lindo said, what if it's something small like on the dating app, if she don't drink coffee and suggests ice cream or a drink or a place where she has a bad experience and suggests somewhere else what to do? No, this is the thing. When chicks suggest other things, or you say, hey, let's go get a drink, and she says, I don't drink, right? That is already her showing resistance to what you're doing, right? Now, if the chick doesn't drink, but she's actually down with what you're doing, you know what she would say? She would either do one of two things. She's going to show up on the date, and then she's going to say, hey, I actually don't drink, so I'm just going to probably get a juice or water, something non-alcoholic, or do they have anything non-alcoholic? I don't really drink, so forth and so on, right? But she's going to still show up to the date. Or within the messages, or when you're going back and forth with her, she'll say, oh yeah, drink sounds good. I actually don't drink, so I'll just get a seltzer water if that's cool, right? So she's basically going to still flow with the situation. But when a woman is like, when you say, let's go get drinks, and her response is, I don't drink, right? What that means is she's just being resistant, which means that she is not really that into you, right? And then sometimes what she'll do is she'll suggest something else, again, because she's not following you. She wants you to follow her. She wants you to do the thing on her terms. And because a lot of times guys are desperate, they will do things on the woman's terms. You see what I'm saying? See, I've had situations where I was on the dating apps or whatever with these, talking to these girls, or I'd holler at girls in the street or at a bar, whatever it is, where I'm interacting with these chicks. And there will be times where, let's say, for example, there was one time I remember I matched with this girl on Tinder. I said, yo, meet me at this spot. Let's go get a drink, tonight. You understand? And then she's like, oh, that's kind of far. I'm up in the Bronx. Can you meet me in the Bronx at this place? And I'm like, get the fuck out of here. I'm like, no, we're not. No, we're not doing that. And then she, you know what she says? I said, listen, no, I want you to meet me here. Now, at that point, I should have just stopped talking to her, but I said, no, listen, we're going to meet here, right? And I gave her the address to where I wanted her to meet me. And then you know what this chick said to me? And I was like, I can't believe this chick really said this shit to me. She writes in the message, she says, come on, just be a gentleman and meet me where I'm saying. I was like, bitch, get the fuck out of here. She said, just be a gentleman and just meet me here. No, I'm not fucking with you on your terms at all, period. Talking about be a gentleman. I'm insulted. For women, listen, that's offensive. For a woman to say you're a gentleman, it's fucking offensive. I don't ever want a woman telling me she thinks I'm a gentleman. If a woman thinks I'm a gentleman, I'm doing something fucking wrong. No. Like, talking about be a gentleman. Fuck out of here. What are we talking about? But this is what I'm saying. Like, women will do this and say these things and be resistant and try to get you to follow her because she is not 100% feeling you. And also what happens is this, right? See, when a woman wants you to date her on her terms, basically what she's doing is she's using you as a safety net. I'm gonna get back to that in a second. Don't remind me to get back to them. Let me take this real quick. And make sure you guys donate $5 or more, 646-481-3901. So let me go to okay, 254. Call back. You fucking up the floor. Don't be, calling in and hanging up. But anyway, so women will use you and try to have you date on their terms as a safety net. So what that means is remember, they're not 100% into you. So you're not a guy she's fully interested in, but you still are someone who can give her attention, take her out, interact with her, occupy her time and energy or whatever it is like that. So she'll still use you, right? But she's using you as a safety net because she gets the attention, she gets the time and energy from you, but she's not scared to lose you because she don't really fuck with you like that anyway, right? So what happens is that when a woman is showing that she's going to be resistant or she's trying to get you to do what she wants you to do, it's showing that she's not 100% into you. Because when a woman is 100% into you, what you got to understand is that she is scared to lose you. I'm gonna say it again. When a woman is 100% interested, she's scared to lose you because for most women, it's hard to find men they're 100% into, right? And so therefore, they're on their best behavior. They're extremely cooperative. They're super on point because they don't want to lose you, right? They want to make sure that you like them. They want to make sure they stay in your good graces, so they follow what you say. Whenever a woman is not following what you say, right, that means she's not 100% into you. Also, what happens sometimes is this, right? Sometimes a woman is in a situation where, she's using you because she wants you to follow her on her terms. And she's using you for that safety net because the reason why you're the safety net is because the guy she really wants or the guy she had that she really wanted discarded her. So there was a guy in her past that she had that broke her heart. So now you're the safe guy, which is why she's telling you what, she don't got to listen to you. She's telling you what to do because she wants to be in control. See, when a woman is into a guy, she has to submit. You understand? Which means she has to follow him, which means she has to release that feeling of wanting to run shit. So when she releases that feeling of wanting to run shit, she basically is like, okay, sir, I am ready to do what you want me to do. And then when she's interested in that guy, what happens is that when she's interested in that guy, what happens is that she's following him. Now, if that guy breaks up with her, she's feeling some type of way. She's upset, right? So now the next guy she gets, who's the safe guy, right? He's going to say, hey, let's do this. And she's like, no, I'm not trying to do that. Do what I want you to do. And then as soon as that guy does what she wants him to do, then she knows that she has that guy, meaning she knows she can basically lead him and tell him what to do, which makes her feel safe because the other guy who broke her heart, she was following him. And now this guy's following her. Do you understand what I'm saying? So she's like, oh, okay, well, I got this guy to follow me and I can sort of get him to do what I want. So now I feel safe that this guy, he can't hurt me because I don't really give a fuck about him like that. And on top of that, he's boosted my ego by doing everything I want. You understand? So you got to realize that when a woman is being resistant, when she is, expecting you to follow what she wants, that means she's not really into you. She's using you as that safety net. You understand what I'm saying? And just don't bother to ever really try to fuck with a woman on her terms. See, if a woman's trying to get you to fuck with her on her terms, you always flip it back to what you want to do. Then once you realize she's not trying to follow you, then you charge her. Like, I was talking to this girl once online, and she said, she hit me up on Bumble. So on Bumble, they send the first message. And then she, I said, yo, let's go get a drink this weekend, this Friday or whatever. Right. And so she says, and she responds and says, well, you got to do better than drinks or some shit like that. Right. And so, but she said, you got to do better than drinks. LOL. Now, at that point, I should have just, disregarded it, ignored her, kept it moving. And I want to remind you guys that every time, and I shit you not, and I'm not bullshitting you, every single time, and this is not only with myself, but even guys that I've coached, friends that I've helped out or whatever, every single time, I've never seen this ever not happen this way. Anytime a woman shows resistance, the shit never turns out good. Either you never see her, you never fuck her, or if you do see her, shit just goes left. So 100% of the time, I've never seen this fail where a woman is resistant and it works out fine. Never. You understand what I'm saying? Never seen it. See, now there's a difference between a woman being flirty and a woman resistant, and that's a whole nother story. I'll get into that later. But so this girl, she says, you're gonna have to do better than drinks, LOL. So I said, the message I sent to her, I said, text me, and I put my number down. So then her response was, oh, I don't listen to demands. That was literally what she said. After she said that, we're finished. But let me get one of these calls real quick. Let me go to 412. 412, what's popping? Who this?
Hey, what's going on, Mr. LaCroix? This is AT calling, man.
AT, what's going on, my brother? Did you donate?
Of course.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So what's going on, fam? What's good with you?
Good, man. Saw the topic, and I was like, you know what? I kind of need a refresher because I was messing up a little bit by, like, the last couple ladies, kind of met online. I planned out the date, like, oh, let's meet here and there. Like, well, I know a couple other spots here, and going against my better judgment, I was just like, all right, you know what? Right. Screw it. Let's, go ahead and do it. And then the day of the dates, they come up each with some BS. Oh, I have my son today. I wasn't supposed to have him. Can we change it to another day? Exactly. And the other one just went, just disappeared. So I was just like, as soon as I saw the topic, I was like, you know what? Every now and then you need a refresher because it's like, man, I knew I shouldn't have did it, but I did it.
No, that's the thing. You see, and the reason why sometimes is because this is what guys got to understand, right? You will always, and it sounds funny, you will always get a higher frequency of women by being a sucker. I'm gonna say that again. You will always get a higher frequency of women by being a sucker. Because most women, what happens is that they interact with suckers on a consistent basis because suckers, like I said, is the safety net. Those are the safe guys. So whenever you kowtow to a woman, a lot of times what happens is that sometimes you'll push through and be able to go on a date with her, hang out with her, interact with her, and in some cases still hook up. But the problem is that you're doing this based off of her terms. So at the end of the day, you got to go through a bunch of bullshit, a bunch of runaround, a bunch of attitude, and then you might get your dick wet, but it's never worth it because you got to go through all that bullshit. So what happens is when you're a guy who stands on your principles and stands on your shit, what's going to happen is you're going to have to, in some cases, go through 20, 30, 40 women who aren't really going to be down. But the 41st woman, when she's down 100%. There's no BS. There's no back talk. There's none of this back and forth nonsense. And then you get more quality in your situation. You see what I'm saying? So the reason why that happens is where you have all these goofy ass chicks that'll be on that other shit is because a lot of it is their fear of what has happened before, and like with another guy they was in love with or whatever it is, gets them in a sort of mindset or mind frame, right, to find guys who are going to listen to them so that they don't have to listen to a man. And this is why when you come up and you're being this guy who's actually letting them know what you want, their fear is not going to allow them to fuck with you unless their desire to fuck with you will override the fear. You see what I'm saying? So the desire has to be super, super heavy. But a lot of times what happens is that the woman's fear is so heavy that she hardly runs into guys where the desire to follow him is stronger than her fear. It's just like, for example, you might have, and this is the thing, her desire has to be stronger. So for example, like let's say you have a person who's an actor or actress trying to make it or whatever, right? They might have a fear of going on the audition because they're scared, they're nervous, you know, they think they might not get their lines right. But what happens is they still go on the audition, they still show up for the audition because their desire to be an actor or actress and be a star, whatever it is stronger than their fear of messing up or looking stupid or whatever the fuck they think. So for women, it's the same type of thing where her desire has to be stronger than her fear of whatever happens. But her fear keeps her in this box of just getting with guys who are going to kowtow to her. You see what I'm saying? So you got to make sure you're never that guy. You see what I mean? And so never being that guy means that you might have to charge 5, 10, 15 women straight to the game. You see what I'm saying? And that's the thing that most guys aren't willing to do. They're willing to sacrifice their manhood in order to get pussy. And that's what most guys do. And this is why most guys end up following the women. It's terrible.
Right. And then, a question I was going to ask, because I had a woman hit me up that I had hooked up with back in like 2016.
Right.
And you were hooking up for a few months, and then like she ended up, meeting somebody, getting a relationship because she knew I didn't want one. And then there was a few times throughout the year she would message me like, oh, we should get together. And then she would ghost.
Right.
And then so finally when she got back to me a couple months ago, it was just like, hey, we should hang out and meet up. And I'm just like, how you were acting before, just disappearing. I don't want that. And she was like, of course, oh, no, I've changed. I wouldn't do that. So we ended up meeting up, hooking up and all that kind of stuff. But then she started doing that again. We're taking longer to text back and then canceling a couple meetups. But I had told her, I was like, look, if this is how you're going to be acting, we can just end this right now.
Right.
And that seemed to at least, ship shape things for now. So I guess my question would be like, if it happens, I told her what was up, she seemed to shape up. But if it happens again, is that the time where it's like, all right, charge her to the cane because you let her know what's up. And if she does it again, it's time to go.
Yeah, basically, because if you're already giving her the chance, you let her know what it is, and then she comes into the situation again acting the funny style, then you got to definitely let her go completely. Because see, sometimes when you charge a chick, sometimes it's like a soft charge, meaning it's like, okay, I'm charging you now because you want some bullshit, but if you come correct, then I might put you back in the situation. But then when you put her back in the situation, if she does some stupid shit again, understanding that she shouldn't be doing no stupid shit, then you got to charge her forever. You see what I'm saying? Like she's done, she's finished. And see, the thing is what happens is you got to understand that a lot of times the fear that the women have, that's the thing that'll stop them from sometimes fucking with you. You understand? From the jump, because they know that you're not going to follow their lead. You understand? So I've had situations where I've met women in the street, got the information, or met women online, exchange information, set up a date, right? Let's say I set up a date with a girl for Saturday evening or whatever, right? and I matched with her on Tinder on Monday or some shit. I've had situations where the chick would just hit me up out the blue, let's say on Wednesday or Thursday, and she'll say, hey, like on Monday she would say she's excited to meet me, and on Thursday she would say, hey, I changed my mind, I don't think I'm gonna meet up. You see what I'm saying? Now, there could have been a bunch of shit that happened in her life or whatever, you know, to cause that. But a lot of times what happens is, and I've actually had women tell me this, you know, other women that I've dated before and with other guys and women that I coach or whatever, a lot of times what happens is they rethink the situation or the interaction that they had, and then they reassess what type of guy you are, and then they see if they can actually fuck with you. You understand? Meaning that women, and I talk about this actually in my new program, so you guys should go to badboymembership.com right now, because I have this new program on the Bad Boy membership. It's called How to Get Over Being Disappointed by Women's Actions. Okay, so get that program right now. Go to badboymembership.com, get that program. And in that program, I actually talk about this thing where I say that women will self-sabotage. And what happens is the self-sabotage means a woman will be interested in you, realize you're that nigga, but realize she ain't that bitch. Do you understand what I'm saying? So because she ain't that bitch, she can't fuck with a real nigga. Does that make sense? You see what I'm saying? So that's why she'll eject from the situation. You see what I mean? And so, but then that same woman, she's looking for a guy to follow her because she knows she ain't that bitch. She's only the type of chick that could get a guy to follow her and feel comfortable in that situation for a time being. But she knows she can't follow a real dude, because if she has to follow a real dude, that leaves her vulnerable, and she fears that being vulnerable, because the last time she was vulnerable, she got her heart broken. You see what I'm saying?
Okay. Right.
Right.
And so then along that lines, because I was just about to ask you, because where I've had ladies where I've met, you know, like earlier this year, you know, tell them, hey, just looking for casual, you know, hang out, have fun, hook up.
Right.
And like you said, we'll make the date. And then like the day of or the night before, you know, I'm just like, hey, we still on? Like, you know, you always said to do, get that check-in.
Right.
And they're like, you know, after thinking about it, or, you know what, I don't think we should meet. And it's like, okay, cool. You know, good luck to you. If you change your mind, you have my number. So then months later, they'll hit me up like, hey, you know, stranger, how you been? And wanting to meet up then. So do you think it's because whatever situation they had changed in their life, or what do you think brings them back?
Yeah, that's the thing. Either the situation they had going on, let's say they was fucking with another dude, ex-boyfriend came back, whatever, that could happen. Or what happens is that they go back out into this situation. They realize, damn, all of these other niggas ain't about shit. You understand what I'm saying? So they got a bunch of dudes to follow them. They didn't respect those guys, or they had a bunch of goofy ass niggas that didn't know what they was doing or whatever, and they don't respect those guys either. So then they're like, she's like, damn, I remember that guy AT. I bounced because I was being scared of fucking with this nigga. Let me see what I could do if he's still around, because there ain't nothing out here for me. I'm realizing that the shit that I really want, I can't get it. Because, and this is the problem. See, fear makes you settle. And this goes for men and women. Fear makes you settle, meaning that because you're scared to actually go after what you want, you settle for the safe thing. So the woman is settling for the safe guy, but the safe guy doesn't turn her on. The safe guy doesn't make her feel the feeling she wants to feel. The safe guy isn't the guy that she actually really wants to fuck with. So she always feels like something's missing, right? So what's missing was what she was running from, which is you. So that's why she goes back to you. You see what I'm saying? That's basically how it works. It's just like for us guys, like a lot of guys will want to talk to the baddie, but we'll talk to the girl who's like aight looking because she feels more safe. Like you're scared to really talk to the baddie because you think you ain't gonna be able to get her. You think she's not gonna like you, so forth and so on. So you sort of reject this situation and go to what you feel is more safe. And that's what women do a lot too. They meet a guy who's a real motherfucker and she's like, shit, I don't know. He might, I don't know if I can handle him because he might one day find out that I ain't about shit. And then he's not going to want to be with me anymore. And by that time, I'm going to have my emotions invested in this motherfucker. So how about I just fall back and sabotage the whole shit right now? You see what I'm saying? That's how that shit goes.
Right. And then I want to ask one last thing. I'll jump off. So I've had a mixture when, like you said, some ladies come back, they're like cool with casual for a while,
Right?
And then other ones were coming back seeing like, oh, I'm just seeing if you changed your mind yet. Like, do you want something more than just casual?
Right.
So when you get that, is it just because whatever they had they didn't like, but then seeing like, oh, they felt like I could be something if I wanted more than casual.
Right. Well, then that's them still trying to get you to follow their lead, to date on their terms. Right. So basically they're still hoping that you would change your mind and follow them, which essentially still is them, looking at you as someone they're not 100% into. You see what I'm saying? Because a woman, I'm telling you, women, when they're interested in you 100%, they are never trying to rock the boat. They're not, like, I always say this, you know how, like, for example, you got all these motherfuckers on YouTube talking about, black women, they this, and black women so masculine, and black women, blah, 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 blah. But notice these same masculine black women are super feminine around, Brad and Chad, around the white boys, right? They're super feminine. So what that means is that women choose to submit when they feel that this person is worth it. You see what I'm saying? So it's not that they can't, they're just choosing not to. And if the woman is choosing not to, that essentially means that she's made a decision in her mind that you're not worth submitting to. So it's the same concept here. When you're dealing with women and she's made it up in her mind that she's not going to follow you, then basically what she's saying is you're not worth following. So if she's saying you're not worth following, what she's essentially saying is that you have to follow me. If we're going to do anything, you have to follow me, because I don't feel you're worth following. And whenever a woman says, well, you should follow me, then at that point you need to exit stage left, because ain't no man should be following no woman's program, period. As you know what I'm saying? Like, ever.
Okay, I got you. That definitely, clarified it for me. But that's all I had, man. But I definitely always, definitely appreciate the time and information as always.
Yes, sir, man. Appreciate the call, my brother. I'm a holla.
Right.
Peace. Yeah, man. So spoken. Hold on, wait. Where's it? He says spoken wisdom said, but is it temporary submission? No, this is why you need to vet women. This is why you have to be consistent with the women to see if they're going to be consistent with you. So if it's submission temporarily, then you got to get rid of her ass. You understand? That's a wrap. But guys, if you want to call in number is 646-481-3901, 646-481-3901. If you have a question, put a Q in the chat. Let me get some of these questions real quick. It says, what you mean by find your tribe? I hear you say that a lot. Well, Ron Will says that a lot. So that's why I heard Ron Will say, but essentially, basically what it means is find the type of women who generally show interest in you, right? So, and this comes with actually being out here, really interacting with women in the game. So you start to understand the tribe. What that means is you start to realize or recognize a certain type of women that tend to gravitate towards you. Like, you can see this online. Something like if you go on Tinder or Bumble, any of these apps, right? If you swipe right on a bunch of chicks, just swipe right on a bunch of girls. And let's say you swipe right on a bunch of girls for a week. And let's say within that week, you got about, let's do something light. Let's say within a week, you got about 50 matches, right? If you look at your 50 matches, you're going to notice something similar of just straight off of how the women look with, like, let's say 35 to 40 of them. You're going to notice something similar. You understand what I'm saying? But let's go to 510. 510 is popping. Who this?
What's up, man? It's Oaktown's finest, and yes, sir, I did donate.
That's what's up. Appreciate it, my brother.
Yes, sir, man.
What's up?
No, I had a quick question, man. Like, I just want to know, like, when it comes to like chicks flaking and stuff like that, like how cold you got to be, like, especially with I know with Eddie Fuse, he goes off the one flake rule, like you flake one time and you're done. Like, 'cause I came across a couple of chicks. I was like, hey, I'm sorry, can we do a rain check? And like the other stuff, I know you guys said like you guys just don't respond overall. I was gonna see, like, when it comes to stuff like that, when they say like, hey, can we do a rain check, and they try to say, oh, can we do another day and stuff like that, like, are you still charging them to the game regardless, or like what's your method?
Right.
all that.
So this is what I would say to that, right? If this is the first time y'all are meeting and she flakes and she's like, oh, can we do another day? Can we do a rain check or whatever? No, she's charged. She's finished. That's done.
Okay.
Just move the fuck
Regardless
on. Regardless. You understand? Because if this is like the first time y'all are ever supposed to meet, and then she's like, oh, I'm so sorry, I can't make it, blah, 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 all that other shit. No, we're good. You understand? And now the reason why I say that is because what happens is that that's setting a bad precedent already from the beginning. Because it's the first time, because this is the thing. If this is the first time y'all meeting, she should have been thinking about you, anticipating this shit, and all that other stuff. If something was to come up, she has to figure out, some way to let that other thing be what they need to be and come see you. That's the desire you want from the woman, right? Now, let's say, just for sake of argument, something really came up, something crazy, a family member died, whatever, something crazy like that, right? But let's say she didn't tell you, or she does tell you, whatever it is like that, right? What it is that if she flakes, right? Usually I wouldn't even respond. I just leave on red, right? Or what you can say is, you say, hey, look, I'm not really into the flaking stuff, so good luck. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you have a nice life, so forth and so on. Now, if that woman really wants to get back at you, she will hit you up. You understand? She will hit you up again, and she will say, hey, what's up? I'm so sorry about last time, but I would really love to see you, blah, blah, blah. If that's the case, she will actually come and find you, chase you down, and see what's popping. Then at that point, if you want, you can give her another chance, right? Now, let's say you're in a situation where this isn't the first time you see, like, let's say you saw her a few times, right? Now, let's say you saw her maybe 3 or 4 times, you already smashed, like, let's say twice or whatever it is, and then y'all supposed to meet up again, and then she says, oh, hey, I'm so sorry, I can't do today, can we do a rain check, can we do like next week or whatever? Then that girl you can give another chance to, because she's already shown that she wanted to come see you, y'all saw each other, y'all got together, y'all hooked up, and things is going where we're supposed to go. You can give her one chance. You say, okay, cool, let's, she's like, oh, can we meet up next week, Wednesday or Thursday? I'm free. Like, all right, cool, let's meet up Thursday. When you meet up with her Thursday, you say, hey, listen, remember when you flaked last time? That can't happen no more. And if it does, then I got to keep this shit pushing, because I don't really like that flaking stuff. And she's like, okay, I'm so sorry, whatever. So now she knows. But you give her that one chance because she's already shown before that she's willing to come see you, make shit happen. And that's like, other than that, that's it. So if it's the first time you're supposed to meet and she flakes, charge her ass to the game. If you already been out with her and y'all smashed and then she flakes, you can give her that one try, and then after that, she's done. You see what I'm saying? Now, again, in any of these situations where you charge a chick to the game for real, and she's coming back, the chick has to be on her knees begging, damn near. Do you see what I'm saying? Then if you want to, you can give her another shot and let her know what the fuck it is. But other than that, you got to get to the point where you're willing to lose the women, and so that you can actually build yourself up as a man. And what that means is that I'm willing to lose you and not sacrifice who I am to try to get you, because it's basically like a disrespect in a sense. It's like, well, listen, I don't respect your time. I don't respect what you got going on, because I made an appointment with you and now I'm withdrawing that appointment. So I'm basically disrespecting your time, and your time is very valuable. You see what I'm saying? So therefore, you got to look at it that way. You see what I mean? And so,
okay.
Right. So if this is a woman who her first impression is to flake, oh no, we're good. None of this rain check. None of this. Can we do it? No. Listen, I'm not with that. You understand what I'm saying? We're good.
Oh, so they have a scenario where it happened to me a couple of days ago where I matched up with this chick from Hinge.
Right.
And we were supposed to meet up. Thursday. So I did the usual, I hit her up on what day was this? This was Thursday. And I said, hey, what's good with you, Laura? just text you to see if we're still on for tonight. And she says, OMG, I thought I responded to this. What a jerk. I actually got called in today. I haven't won OT, so I couldn't turn it down. I was thinking we could just push it back to Sunday if you're free. If not, I definitely understand. So in that scenario...
Wait, hold on. Hold on. Read that whole thing again real quick again. Read it again, what she said.
Okay, so this is... Because you know how you reconfirm.
Right.
So I did that, and I said, are we texting you to see if we're still on for tonight?
Right.
She says, oh my God, I thought and I text her around 11:25. And she hits me up at like 1:30.
Okay.
And she says, oh my God, I thought I responded to this. What a jerk. I actually got called in today. I have been wanting OT, so I couldn't turn it down. I was thinking we could just push it back to Sunday if you are free. If not, I definitely understand.
Oh, hell no. She's finished. She's finished. That's a charge forever, bro. That's like, we're finished. We're finished. Because basically what she said was, you know, fuck your time. I'm going to, and this is even if she's telling the truth, because chicks be lying their ass off too. Basically, she said, you know, fuck what you got going on in the time you allotted for me, right? I'm going to choose this situation of going to do some overtime over you, even though I made an appointment with you. Fuck, you see what I'm saying? So basically she's like, right. So basically she's like, fuck your time where you could have spent time making money or doing some other shit. I'm going to go make some money over here. You see what I'm saying? No, we're finished. Because see, this is the thing you gotta understand, right? See, and this is what you men have to understand. See, and this is why you cannot date women on their terms. Because what women do is this. See, for women in their minds, they don't, and I'm just talking in general, because you know, you always got, you know, exceptions there and there. But in general, women don't look at time the same way we look at time. You understand? Like the only thing that women look at time in the sense of is like, let's say like their biological clock. Oh, I gotta get me a husband and get pregnant as soon as possible. And that's all I'm thinking about. But when it comes to your time as a man, they don't give a shit about your time. Do you see what I'm saying? Because to them, it don't really matter, because in their perspective, any type of thing that strictly benefits them is not a waste of time. So for example, if you're sitting on the phone talking to a woman for 2 hours, that's a benefit for her because she just got attention from you for 2 hours. You understand? So what happens is that when you first fucking with a chick, if she's not really that interested in you, she's like, yeah, you're a situation that could happen. But if it don't happen, then, you know, whatever, you're just a guy. I can just replace you and maybe get another one that's just like you, or who gives a fuck. But I gotta disregard what we said we were gonna do, and I'm just gonna do my own shit over here. And it shouldn't be a problem. Like, who cares about your time, right? Like why should I care about your time? You're just some guy. You're just some guy who took time out of his life to try to set something up with me. So fuck you. That's basically what's on their mind. So when she's flaking, it's like, no, this is a wrap, bro. This is a wrap. So if she's like, can we do this? First of all, and notice what she said. She said, I thought that I sent you a text, right?
Yeah.
Right. So the thing is, if she was really going to send you a text, she would have saw if she sent you a text, if she gave a fuck about you getting the text that she was going to send. You see what I'm saying? So she's like, oh yeah, I'm such a jerk. I didn't even think to let you know. So if you didn't confirm and just went straight to the date, which you should never do, but let's say you did. Let's say you didn't confirm, you went straight to the date, she wouldn't have been there. You see what I'm saying? Bunch of bullshit.
So just after that, just either don't respond. It's like, hey, I'm not about that flaking life, so I gotta.
Well, her, I wouldn't even send her a message. I would just look at the shit and I would just leave it on red and then keep it moving. Right. Because a
But
lot of
is that-
times,
yeah,
right, a lot of
after
times
that,
you don't need to say anything to them. The times that you need to say something in certain situations is if the girl is like, again, trying to reach out and you're like, nah. You understand what I'm saying? Like, because like, let's say a girl says, hey, I'm so sorry. Can we do a rain check? Right. And then 10 minutes later, she sends you another text. Is it possible that we can meet up next week? Then you can be like, nah, listen, I don't do that flaking shit. So good luck. You understand what I'm saying? And that's
got
it.
you. Okay.
That's it.
Oh, yeah. Because I don't know. I think like that rain check bullshit. I just think like most of the time, it's like she got like another date on deck. Like probably like
Oh yeah, of course.
somebody trying to take her out to dinner and shit.
Right.
And then, like,
Exactly.
I think, like,
Exactly.
About, she could make. Cause into the show, the Bad Boy show, and then like you guys say, even it's like 30 minutes to an hour, she still try to make time with you.
Right.
And shit.
Exactly.
So.
Right, because you got to understand that. Okay. See, what happens is that with women, right? Generally, see, this is what like this is the difference between guys and women, men and women. Men will date 4 women in a week. You understand? And then we'll narrow it down to who we like. Women, on the other hand, will set up 3 dates in a week and then meet another guy, and then she'll cancel all 3 dates for that one dude. You see what I'm saying? Like whatever she had planned, like if she's supposed to meet, like for example, you say, hey, let's meet up Thursday. She says, cool. Right? And then next thing you know, she matches with a guy on Tinder and he says, let's meet up Thursday. Right? And then she's going to hit you up and say, hey, I'm sorry. Can we do a rain check because something came up at my job? And no. Fuck out of here. You see what I'm saying? So instead of saying to that guy, hey, I'm actually busy Thursday. Can we do Friday or whatever? Or she won't say that to him. She'll just choose Thursday, even though she knows she has something with you Thursday. But because she likes the other guy more, she'll bump you out the spot to see the other guy. Do you see what I'm saying? That's how women do it. So again, that's the time of that's when they care about time in their sense of, well, I need to spend time with this guy because he might be the guy that might be my husband and give me kids and before so forth and so on. You see what I'm saying? So women will bump you out the spot. This is why when I say when a chick is flaky, you want to charge her ass to the game. You see what I'm saying? Because a lot of times they're lying about why they're flaking, right? And in a lot of cases, they're bumping you out the way for another guy instead of actually just going on the date with the other guy another day. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
So
I just wanted to get that clear because, like, I know, like, so regardless of the rent, try to offer like another day and stuff, those just don't even reply. Like, just go ahead and charge out to the game. Yeah, because most times what happens is even if you set another day, she's gonna flake again. In 9 times out of 10. He's gonna flake again. Because that has happened to me before. Like I try to give a chick another chance, and then that same day it's like she was like, "Oh, I've been, it's just another busy day.
Exactly.
I'm sorry," and I gave her a shot.
Exactly. She's not feeling it. Exactly. She's not feeling it. That's what I'm saying. And remember, this is what I'm saying. See, check this out. You giving her another chance is doing what? Dating her on her terms.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Because she's like, oh, well, you told me we're going to meet this day. I'm saying I can't, and let's do this other thing that I'm saying to do. And then if you do that, you're dating her on what? Her terms. You see what I'm saying? This is what I'm saying. So, and I know it's tough sometimes. This is why you gotta be constantly playing the numbers game, bro. You gotta because like I'm telling you, you gotta have women coming in and out of your life like fucking clockwork, bro. I'm telling you, like you set up a date with a chick. Matter of fact, I tell guys set up multiple dates in one day if you can. Shit, you say to a chick, hey, listen, let's meet up Thursday at fucking 6 o'clock. You match with another girl, yo, let's meet up at Thursday at 9. You see what I'm saying? Because one of those two girls is most likely gonna flake, right? And if they don't both flake, then you see both of them. But what happens is you gotta stay consistent because a lot of times these chicks, they just be in and out the shit. And remember, see, women, see, this is the problem. And this is what is so fucked up about the game sometimes. women spend a lot of time with guys they're not really interested in. And what happens is that they never develop the skill to be interesting when they meet the guy they are actually interested in. So what happens is the guy they're interested in doesn't want to keep them around, so he throws them back to all the guys that she's not interested in. But then she uses those guys to fucking build up her self-esteem to try to get back to the guy she's interested in or the type of guy she's interested in. But then those guys keep throwing her back because she never developed the skill to be likable for those guys to want to stay with her. So what happens is that when you're dealing with women, you have to ask yourself, am I the guy she's interested in or the guy she's using? You see what I'm saying? Which one am I? And her actions are going to tell you everything you need to know about which guy she sees you as. So if she's like, oh, I got a flake, can we do another day? No. You understand? Because she's looking at you as the guy she's not interested in. If you tell her, hey, let's go get drinks, and she's trying to do some other shit, let's go get dinner. She's like, let's go get dinner instead. No, because she's looking at you as the guy she's not interested in. But when you're telling a chick to do something and she does it, when you tell her to meet you somewhere and she does, when she's following your lead, you're the guy she's interested in. So you got to look at it black and white. It's real simple. But the hard part is that sometimes what happens is you're going to run into a lot of women who aren't really that interested in you, right? Because what happens is that the women who have high interest are going to be in a smaller proximity than the women who have medium or low interest. But once you recognize the signs that they're not interested in you, what you need to do is discard them so that you don't waste any more time and energy on those women. Because what happens is the more time and energy you waste on those women, the less motivated you're going to be to continue to make shit happen. So you want to get rid of those chicks immediately. So if you're supposed to meet a chick on a first date and she hits you up, hey, can we do a rain check? You just say this.
Get the fuck out of here!
That's it.
Get the fuck out of here!
We're done. That's it. You see what I'm saying? So you don't waste any time, energy, effort in trying to even, nah, we good. We're done. That's it.
Okay. No, but I had to call. I had to call in and like double check, man, because I was thinking I was overthinking. But shit like that, she says she'd rather make OT instead of going with that promise that she was trying to meet up. And I just gotta let her go.
Bruh, listen, I had a chick one time. I was supposed to meet this chick, and I said to her, "Yo, we still on for tonight?" She said, "Yeah." Right? We supposed to meet, let's say, at 7:00. This chick hit me up around 4 and says, hey, can we do a rain check? I'm actually just really tired and I just want to like hang out and lay down in my house. So I'm like, bitch, so basically what you're telling me is you would rather lay down in your house than meet me? Fuck out of here. We're done.
Yeah, I got that excuse a couple times where they say, oh, I'm exhausted. Like, no, it was one chick I matched up with on Hinge, and then like we're supposed to go out to get a drink, and I guess she was going to like a Janet Jackson concert like the day before, and then like Saturday, I hit her up and I said, hey, are we still on? And the bitch was talking about, oh, I'm sorry I can't make today, I'm exhausted, and that's it. I'm like, what are you tired from? Like, you just went to a concert last night, like just no try to reschedule or nothing. Like, she just said like she's like tired and shit. I didn't respond.
That's what I'm like, saying. The chick just ain't feeling you, and so and again, that's disrespect. Imagine you being in a relationship with a woman for a year and a half, and she's interested in being your girl, and you say, you know what, I'm just kind of tired of like seeing you on a consistent basis. I don't think I want you to be my girl because I'm just tired of like hanging out with you. Like, she look at you like you fucking nuts. You see what I'm saying? She's like, what the fuck is wrong with this nigga? So the thing is that when a chick says those things, she's basically disrespecting you, telling you to your face that I would rather lay down and do nothing than see you. That's crazy. Isn't that crazy? I would rather lay down and do nothing than see you. That's insane. Like, if that's not disrespect, I don't know what the fuck is. You see what I'm saying?
Nah, man, that's just wild. It's just wild. But no, thanks for clearing that up, man. Like, you know, I know you got a show to do, but I was just calling in and let you know, just give you my input on that, man. Now I know what to do now. So, but no, thanks for helping me out with that.
All right, brother. Appreciate the call, man. Man, I'm telling you, man, that flaky shit. Nope. That flaky shit's on that bullshit. Don't do it. Don't do it. I'm telling y'all. These chicks, that's disrespect. All right, let me get some more of these questions. So it says, how would a guy with game react if a female calls him sassy or a narcissist for not falling? Oh, I guess she's gonna say following her lead and doing what she says. It's a common shaming tactics females say in my generation. Yeah, just ignore her ass. You understand what I'm saying? Of course, they're gonna shame you. Trust me. That's what women do when you don't do what the fuck they want you to do. But again, they're trying to get you to do what the fuck they want you to do because she's not into you like that. So once you see that she's like, listen, guys, it's really simple. It's really simple. If a woman is into you, she's going to do what you say. If she's not that into you, she's not going to do what you say. It's that simple. And then what happens is that when she realizes you're not going to do what she says, then she wants to call you misogynistic, you're a narcissist, whatever. You see what I'm saying? See, you're misogynistic and a narcissist because you didn't allow her to use you. Interesting. It's crazy. He said, but aren't some bitches actually disobedient even to men they like because simps messed up their mindset? Well, this is what I'm saying. If she's acting in any form or fashion that she's being resistant, that is a form of disinterest, which means she's not 100% into you. You see what I'm saying? She's 100% into you. She's not going to do that shit. She's not going to do that shit. See, there's no, let me say something. There's no such thing as a woman who's 100% interested in you and being resistant. That doesn't happen. Doesn't happen. That does not happen. That's like, for example, if you're a straight motherfucker who likes women, you're not going to just sometimes make out with dudes. It's not, no. You see what I'm saying? Like, both those things don't go together, man. Yeah, I'm straight, but sometimes, no. You see what I'm saying? This is what it is, so this is the response to what this is. That's how it goes down. It says, how about a woman who follows your lead and also pays for everything? I mean, if you tell her to pay for shit and she's doing it, then hey, it's all good. It's all good. Wouldn't it be safer to go with a girl that follows your plans to avoid like robberies and that's a good point. Emmanuel, that is a fucking excellent point. See, a lot of motherfuckers get set up and robbed because they're following the woman. That's real talk. They get set up and robbed because they're following the woman and not letting the woman follow them. Or they end up in fucking stupid ass situations. Because remember that shit that happened where they had the viral video of the girl who set all them dudes up that went to Union Square. She told all of them to come to Union Square and these idiots was fucking like in a competition to date her. It was terrible. But that's because niggas are following the woman's lead. You see what I'm saying? That's what happens when you follow the woman's lead. I said, I've heard you mention in past streams, her desire outweighs her fear. Could you elaborate on what you said? Oh, yeah, I was talking about that earlier. I was basically saying, when her fear overrides the desire, that's when she's going to do the other thing. When her desire overrides the fear, that's when she's going to fuck with you. It's that simple. It's that simple. All right, it says, when females say a guy is supposed to love the female more in a relationship, that is false, right? Because that would mean the man is submitting to the woman and isn't able to stand on his own. Exactly. See, they listen. When women are saying that type of shit, you know what they're really saying? They want the guy that broke their heart to love them. But because the guy that broke their heart doesn't love them, they're looking for that same type of situation, but hoping the guy would love them. Because if a guy loved them, then he wouldn't discard it like that in a certain way. You see what I'm saying? So they're like, well, it's better if the guy loves you more because those women don't want to get hurt. They don't want to get hurt. See, having a woman follow you or submit to you is not about you doing this because you don't want to get hurt or no. That has to happen for practical purposes. You understand? Because when you follow a woman, eventually she loses respect for you. When a woman follows you, you gain respect for her. I'm gonna say it again. When you follow a woman loses respect for you. When a woman follows you, you gain respect for her. You see how it works? So a lot of dudes think that, oh, well, it's just easy to go with what she's saying. And see, a lot of guys bend to the whim of the women because the women try to shame guys, cry and shit to get sympathy. You feel what I'm saying? They try to, like I said, shame you, tell you, oh, well, you're being misogynistic. You're being too overbearing. You're trying to control me and all this other extra shit. No. And see what happens is this, right? A lot of times, and this is what it is, because in society, there's, through media and all these other things, you're conditioned as a man to sort of acquiesce to the woman, because the woman a woman generally has more, she demands more in a situation with a man. You understand? Generally. Like, women generally demand more from a man than a man is demanding from a woman, meaning that the man is like, look, you're cute, come through, let's fuck, let's eat, and that's that. You understand what I'm saying? Like, let's fuck, let's eat, let's chill, and we're good. A woman, on the other hand, because her emotions are all over the place, and she wants you to be dominant, but also not too aggressive. She wants you to pay attention, but at the same time, don't be all up under her. She wants you to talk to her, but at the same time, leave her alone because she don't want to be bothered right now. You see what I'm saying? So it's like all of this shit. So what happens is that guys end up being in situations with women, and to them on the front end, it just seems easier to just go along with what she's saying. Because he's like, look, I'm just trying to fucking eat. But she wants to get to know me more and talk to me and have a conversation and build some rapport. So you get that type of energy from women who have the medium or low interest in you. Right? So you're just like, listen, I just want to get my dick sucked and get a sandwich. Like, that's it. You see what I mean? Oh, man. Shit is crazy. Shit is crazy. So it says, is it better to give a girl my number instead of asking for hers? It's no better or worse. The thing is, giving the girl your number makes less work for you. You understand? So if you give her the number, then you can basically, tell her to hit you up, and then she hits you up. And then it's also showing she knows how to follow instructions. So you tell her when to hit you up, and then she's hitting you up, showing she has some interest. You understand? AG said, Chris Rock said the best men want food, sex, and silence. Feed me, fuck me, shut the fuck up. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, all that other shit. Like, nah, I'm good. Hold on, let me see. He said, would you say a lot of chicks are resistant simply because they're not attracted to the guy, or because there's so many simps following the woman's program? Well, it's a little bit of both. So this is the thing, right? See, women run into a lot of guys they're not feeling, right? And men also run into a lot of women they're not feeling. See, the difference between men and women, though, is this. when women run into men they're not feeling, they'll use those guys up for their non-sexual attention. When men run into women they're not feeling, we'll use them up for the vagina. You see what I'm saying? So what happens is that women are going to run into more men that they're not feeling than they are feeling, right? But what happens is there's this illusion that men are more like interested in women than women are into men. That's not true. It's just that we're willing to fuck the women we're not interested in. Do you see what I'm saying? We're willing to fuck the women we're not really interested in. The women who are not interested in the men, they're not willing to fuck those guys like that in most cases. So on the surface, it seems like we're more into them because we want to fuck. But on the back end, we're not trying to like wife them up like that. You see what I'm saying? So what happens is that women will get with guys who they're not really feeling because they can still get non-sexual attention from those guys, right? Whereas we'll deal with women we're not really feeling because we can still get some pussy from those women. You see what I'm saying? And then what happens is that because those women are not into those guys, the women want to deal with those guys on their terms, which means I might give you some pussy, or I'm going to make you think I'm going to give you some pussy, but you got to talk to me, take me out, do all the things I'm telling you you need to do in order to get this pussy you want, but I'm probably not going to give you the pussy. And then those guys will basically be simping through the action of following her on her terms. You see what I'm saying? That's how it works. He says, is there another YouTube video that talks about how to use Cash App for dummies? I would truly love to call in and contribute to this show someday. I never call since I can't donate. Bro, you can hit up the PayPal is at the top of the joint. You can hit up the Venmo. You can hit up any of those joints. Or if somebody wants to donate for you, if y'all want to donate for Baccarat, the Baccarat coach, you know, send a donation, say, hey, this is for the Baccarat coach, and then you could just call in. You know what I'm saying? So let me see some more of these questions. Says, Dear Mr. Carr, are you happy with your decision to live by yourself? Absolutely. Absolutely. Says, if she flakes because she says she's on her period or sick, leave her. Listen. I'm telling you, when you first meet these girls, you're trying to go on the first date or whatever, and they flake, keep that shit pushing. And if she's not coming back on her hands and knees to beg to get back, then you're good. Just keep it pushing. It's over. Tried to set up a date with a girl for Wednesday weeks ago. She finally hit me up and apologized for getting back to me so late and asked when I'm free to meet. What do you think is disrespectful? So wait, so you say you set up a date with a girl Wednesday weeks ago and she finally hit you up and so it took her weeks to hit you up, bro? Weeks? Come on, fam. You know she on that bullshit. Now, my thing is that a chick that's going to take you weeks to hit you back, that's not a chick that's really feeling you at all. You're the last place guy. Some other guy she was with. And again, I'm saying this so that you guys understand what it is. I'm not saying it for you to feel some type of way about it. I'm telling you so you know what it is, so that you understand that you're being disrespected, right? So basically, you're the last resort, right? So what I would say in most cases, don't even fuck with this chick. She's done. Like she's finished, just in general. Now, if you want to like fuck with her in any form or fashion, she has to come straight to the crib and suck the dick. No dates. This chick can't go on no date ever. You understand what I'm saying? Just come through, do what you got to do, and fuck out of here. He says, so it's more like guys who follow what? I have no idea what you're talking about, bro. Says Lucara, the girl that I talk cannot date because she has strict parents. What about my situation? Nigga, charge ass to the game. Talk to another girl. So what's acceptable? What's acceptable when she's flaking? No, like I said, if you've been with a woman, like if you've been like, let's say seeing a chick for like 2 months, she's been on point, y'all been fucking around for a minute, and then she hits you, you're supposed to meet up again next week, she hits you up and says, oh, hey, I'm so sorry. Can we do a rain check till next week because blah, blah, blah. Because she's been on point for you with the past 2 months, you can give her a chance. You say, all right, well, listen, you know, yeah, she says, oh, can we meet next week, Thursday, Friday, whatever? Okay, yeah, cool. We'll meet next week. And then when you see her, let her know, like, look, that flaking shit can't happen again. Can't happen again. So he says, isn't planning a fun non-sexual activity that's my idea a good way to make the date on my terms? Yeah. If it's your idea, it's on your terms. You understand what I'm saying? If it's what you want to do, it's on your terms. Says, is it true that women need to desire you more than you desire her for her to follow your lead? Well, yeah, it doesn't necessarily mean you have to desire, she has to desire you more than you desire her. It's just that she has to desire you, because you can desire her equally. You know what I'm saying? So that, like, I just like each other, but she has to desire you in order to follow your lead. You see what I'm saying? There has to be that desire there. You said, Lucario, if I tell this girl at my job not to tell anybody if we hook up, can I trust her? What? You got to call up. So you're saying that, you know, you at your job and you want to make sure that she doesn't tell anybody that y'all hooking up. First of all, and exactly Unique 79. Unique 79 said, don't shit where you eat. You understand? But a lot of times when you're fucking with chicks at your job, you got to fuck with chicks at your job that know what the deal is. And then you have to also reiterate to them what the situation is going to be. So meaning there's some women at work that know how to fuck around and keep shit on the low. But in general, you don't want to be doing that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Says, if a woman says a date is too far, does that mean she's not interested? No, it just means she's not 100% interested. If she's 100% interested, she'll fucking go to where you're at. I told y'all this story. I got a bunch of stories like this, but I told y'all there was a chick that drove 3 hours to see me for like 20 minutes. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it was just a 20-minute date. She drove 3 hours for that shit. You feel what I'm saying? There was a girl that I was hooking up with, and she matched with this dude on Tinder or whatever, and the nigga was just in town for, I think, the weekend, and he went back to Mexico where he lives. This chick took a flight to Mexico to see this nigga for a first date. You understand what I'm saying? So, so there's no such thing as too far. Too far means I don't desire you enough to come see you. That's what that means. I don't desire you enough to come see you. That's what too far means. You know what I'm saying? So, Lucar, I went on a date with a girl and I let her know my intentions. I told her that this is not a friendship. She said that I needed to know her more. Did I make a mistake? No, she's just not that into you, bro. Anytime when a chick says, oh, I need to get to know you more, that's medium or low interest. So again, you can still talk to her and you can still try to make something happen. I'm just letting you know that you're gonna have to deal with some friction. Like, just like right now, you're already dealing with the friction. So that type of situation is just an indicator of more of this type of situation to come. See what I'm saying? So it says, I just said, guys who don't know life follow women or anyone actually. Well, yeah, that's some real shit. So it says, Why do you think some of these dudes ask for your advice? They still contradict the information you give. Well, the part of it is because you gotta also understand that the stuff that I'm saying, most people don't know, and so it sounds foreign. Meaning, like, part of what happens is that they don't believe what I'm saying because they don't believe in themselves. Because in order to believe what I'm saying, you have to believe in yourself. Meaning, this is why, for example, this is why people want to see receipts all the time, because they don't believe in themselves. If they believe they could get a woman, they wouldn't need to see receipts. The reason why they need to see receipts is because they think it's unbelievable to get a woman. And the reason why they think it's unbelievable to get a woman is because they don't believe they can. You see what I'm saying? So if I say, listen, you can do A, B, and C, and D in order to get shit popping with a chick, and these girls that are doing D, E, and F are not fucking with you, you got to leave them alone. What happens is guys are like, but you know, I don't know, it just doesn't seem right, Locario, because why would a woman listen to what I say? She doesn't even know me, Locario. Why would she do this? Right? And you're saying that because you never had a woman listen to what the fuck you say, because you never been the type of guy that was worth listening to. Because you believe that a woman would never listen to what you say. You see what I'm saying? That's what happens. That's what happens. So, you know, because part of what's going to help you make shit happen is the fact that you have to believe that you can make it happen. Right? Hold on, it's almost about that time. I gotta head up out of here and shit. Let me close this phone lines up. All right, so I think I did all of the questions. All right, so people, listen, I gotta head up out of here. And remember, make sure that you guys go to badboymembership.com, masculineidentitymembership.com. Make sure that you go to badboymembership.com to get the program, How to Get Over Being Disappointed by Women's Actions.
Do it!
Get that shit. Go to badboymembership.com to get that program. You feel what I'm saying? Go to badboymembership.com to get the program, plus also get all the other programs on the Bad Boy membership, like the last one we had, which is called How to Successfully Have a Girlfriend and a Side Chick.
Do it!
Make sure you go to Bad Boy membership program.
Do it!
The Bad Boy membership and get that. Also go to Masculine Identity membership.
Do it!
Make sure you go do it.
Just do it!
Make sure you guys get that shit cracking. What else we got on the Bad Boy membership? So on the Bad Boy membership, we got 10 Deep Game Part 2, 10 Essential Principles to Transform Your Dating Life. We also have how to get the girl to give you 100% cooperation throughout the entire relationship.
Do it!
Make sure you get that. You can also get how to have a tight mouthpiece.
Do it!
Make sure you get that. Also, you can get this program right here, 8 Ways to Test a Woman's Sexual Interest in You.
Do it!
Make sure you get that shit. Also, get this program right here, She's a Waste of Time, How to Identify the 7 Types of Attention Whores You Will Encounter in the Dating Game.
Do it!
Make sure you get that shit. Also, make sure you go to Bad Boy membership to get Same Day Lay, How to Sleep with Her on the First Day Y'all Meet.
Do it!
Make sure you go get that shit. Also, check out 10 behavioral traits that'll let women know you're an alpha male.
Do it!
All on the Bad Boy membership. Make sure you guys get that shit. 10 false beliefs that are fucking up your game and how to fix them.
Do it!
Bad Boy membership. Get that shit cracking. Go to get how to increase your sex appeal is on the Bad Boy membership.
Do it!
Make sure you get that shit. Also, make sure you guys get how to tell a woman exactly what you want and get it.
Do it!
Make sure you get that shit. Also, how to send messages that'll get you laid on online dating apps, and also how to take pictures that'll get you laid on online dating sites, and also advanced online game, the most efficient way to get women to meet you in person. We actually have 4 programs on the Bad Boy membership that teach you that. So make sure you go and do it. You feel what I'm saying? Make sure you guys get that. And also get how to get girls from the club back to your place on the Bad Boy membership. Make sure you get that shit, okay? Make sure you guys do that shit.
Do it!
All right? So shout out to everybody, man.
Dreams be dreams.
Shout out to everybody.
Yesterday, you said tomorrow.
Yesterday, you said tomorrow.
Just do it!
Just do it.
Make your dreams
Exactly.
come true.
Listen to Shia. Just do it. Just do it. All right, people? So
some people dream of success.
that's it, man. I'm about to I'm about to head out, man. I appreciate everybody tuning in. You feel what I'm saying? And I will holler at y'all later. All right. So I'm out of here. Y'all be safe. Peace. I'm gone.
Trends, why you so nice with it? The gear's tight looking right, you got the ice with it. A conversation with me will change your life. Your wife wants the pipe, and when I hit you feel a slight difference. In her box, my cock's bigger, I'm hot nigga. She don't rock with you, she got with you for dough. Your hoes a thought, if you fuck around, I'll take your mom, kiss her, fuck her, then I'm taking your hot sister. Your girl, not a side girl. Your girl, not a side girl. Your girl, not a side girl. You shit that chick up in my world. You cuff that bitch, I'ma fuck that bitch. You in love that chick, will suck that dick. That slut will kick you out your house, man, fuck your couch. I'm Rick James, bitch, I'll take your bitch and fuck her mouth, nigga. You bitchin' cause I'm smashing your hoe, you so passionate though. You would laugh for her to go on the trip, now you trippin' because I got her ass, you acting vaginal, bro. I'll give her back, blow her back out, then go. Nigga, act like you know. Sharing is caring, nigga, I dare a nigga to swear that niggas can get to his chick. I put fear in niggas, they scared this nigga will take the girl and make her my bitch. You the type to die for a slut, you lie just to fuck. You like to get drunk and high just to get the courage to say hi, you a punk. You want to get some ass but then you act like a monk. She's stringing you along, it's going on like a month. You spending all this dough, she still ain't touching your junk. She taking off her panties and you smelling the funk. You say you hate it but you ate it even though that it stunk. Nasty ass nigga. Your girl, not a side girl. Your girl, not a side girl. Your girl, not a side girl. You shit that chick up in my world. I'ma keep fucking your lady. My pull-out game's amazing, we ain't having a baby. You bitchin' moaning and crying, complaining, acting crazy because I'm fucking your girl, you punk ass, you pay me. Get cash to smash your whack ass chick. You too stupid to realize I'm teaching your whack ass shit. All up in your feelings, you feeling all attached and it's making you go crazy. And maybe if you had that shit we call game, you know you can't control no hoe. No matter if she's bad or right or just so-so. You trying to control that bitch, that's a no-no. You worried about other niggas, that's so homo. Pause. Niggas wanna be so romantic, but they chick be all up on another man's dick. I be on that